Hi everyone, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading today that is for Sun, Moon and Risings. If it doesn't resonate with yourself, then please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I hope you like your messages today. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates every time that I put new content on the channel. Okay, let's get into the reading. Hi, this is a collective love reading for Sagittarius. Now, with this being a collective reading, it may not be relevant. It could be related to a past person, a present person, or a current person. It's whatever Spirit feels needs to come through the most. Spirit, please can we get some cards with regards to the love situation for Sagittarius that you feel needs the most attention? Now, today is the 30th of May, so hopefully when this lands in your feed is when it will be the most relevant for you. Spirit, please can you give some cards? It may be related to past, present, or your future. But if it doesn't resonate at all, please check your other placements. You may find a message in them for you. But please don't try and force anything to fit. Like I say, it is a collective reading, so not everything will fit. Okay, I've got no more jumpers, so let's... Okay, so in your overall energy, we do have the Six of Pentacles. So that is suggesting that somebody is feeling very generous, or you in particular, because this is your energy. It's suggesting that you are feeling quite generous at the moment. You are possibly trying to be very fair with things. It could also be that you may have experienced an imbalance in the past and you want to make sure that going forward everything is fair and equal moving forward. Okay, now in your energy, for yourself at the start, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Now that is in the reverse. So it is suggesting that you are currently going through a little bit of a bad luck session, a bad luck spell, possibly. It could also just be that you are currently needing to learn a lesson. So you might have a bit of a life lesson that you're currently stuck learning. So you might find that you keep repeating cycles because you haven't learned it yet. It could also just be that you've got a change that's come up and you're just a little bit unwilling to accept that change. You may have been making plans and that might have gone stuck. Sorry about that. I've just had a parcel delivery. I'm well excited to open it, but I'm not going to do it just yet. But yeah, so we've got, so it just looks as though at the moment you are a little bit stuck repeating the same kind of thing over and over. Okay, now in your person's energy, we've got the Two of Coins. So they are feeling a little bit, they could be feeling a little bit imbalanced, possibly. They are currently juggling a few things, possibly some decisions, possibly options. They've got some choices that they need to make. Now, in your current relationship, or how you're feeling towards your current relationship, or you are feeling that it's something new. You are feeling that there is clarity, there's seeds of an opportunity, and then it will be something that is potentially trustworthy. You know, it's also potentially that you can see that there's some new opportunities for communication. If there's been hurt that's happened in the past between the two of you, or you know, it looks as though that, you know, you see that there is a new opportunity to heal that, or you've just going through that opportunity. But yeah, it looks as though, and you can see it being a healing, responsible relationship potentially. Now, in your challenge position or your blockage, we've got the Fool. Now, the Fool is suggesting that he's usually somebody that uses his head over his heart. Sorry, his heart over his head, and most of the tarot, he's jumping off a cliff. In here, he's about to walk into a gigantic rose bush. It looks like he's picking roses too. I'm not 100% sure what is going on with him. But to me, it could possibly suggest that you need to take a leap of faith. With this, you might be feeling a little bit do you, don't you? So it could suggest that you might need to take that bit of a leap. Now, we do have a Knight of Pentacles in the outcome position. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow mover. He is literally the slowest card of the deck. He likes to plan things, but he is very abundant and methodical and will get what he wants. Okay, so he's a brilliant card to have as an outcome. It just means that things are going to be a bit slow. Now, he is earth energy, so that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on a little bit more in depth for you. So, Spirit, please can we get clarification on this Wheel of Fortune card? Ooh, 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 ooh. Get one more, Spirit. If not, I'll split the deck for one. Thanks. Okay, so your Wheel of Fortune then is being clarified by the Knight of Swords in the reverse. We also have the Chariot in the upright and the Five of Pentacles in the upright as well. So you're currently feeling you're ready to move forward. Okay, you're feeling like you've been abandoned previously, possibly in this relationship if it's an existing one, but you're ready to move forward. Now, the Knight of Swords is suggesting that potentially you may have, you might make, how do I put it, sometimes you're a little bit indecisive. So maybe you are indecisive as to what way to move forward, potentially. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but this could potentially be why you've got this Wheel of Fortune and why you keep repeating the same cycles. It's very much of, you might have a choice of, do you repeat the same cycle or do you move forward into a new cycle? And I believe that's why you've probably got this Fool card of your leap of faith to try something new, to it in a different way, because you are ready to move on from that feeling of being abandoned, that feeling of lack, the feeling of not having anything. Okay, I mean, it could also be that you have some part of your lesson that you might need to learn. I mean, the Knight of Swords is also somebody that's a bit bad-tempered and hostile towards a person. So maybe you've got bad feelings towards somebody, whether it's this person or someone from your past that could have potentially abandoned you. It might just mean that you've got a little bit of lessons to learn there, to, you know, potentially maybe a bit of forgiveness that you've got to learn, to not necessarily forgiving them, but forgiving yourself. But yeah, you're fed up of feeling of struggling. You're fed up of feeling like an outsider, and it's like you need to move away from being the victim. You're ready to move forward. Not saying that you are a victim, but if you are somebody that feels like you're constantly a victim, it's potentially getting out that victim mentality as well and evaluating, why do you feel like a victim? are there certain things you could have done differently? You know, and just kind of accepting what's happened underneath. Okay, Spirit, can we clarify this 2 of coins, please? Okay, so your person could be juggling other people. So 3 of Cups is what we've had so far. Oh, okay, yeah, we've got quite a few cards that have come out. So we've got 3 of Cups. Now, it doesn't have to be a third party, but as we've got them juggling, I would potentially believe that it is. We've got the Ace of Wands, so they're wanting to start something passionate and fiery with someone. We've got a 5 of Swords, okay, which is suggesting that they are aware of some conflict. Now, that could be conflict within themselves. It could be conflict with other people. It is generally unfairness, possibly revenge. And we also have a 2 of Cups in the reverse that came out, which is suggesting that there's been some falling out or feeling alone in a relationship. So whether or not this is an existing relationship and you feel left out and ready to move forward, and they're also feeling left out and it's imbalanced, or whether this is more of they are currently in a relationship, they're wanting to leave a relationship and start something new and fiery with a possible third party, which could be you. Yeah, it could be either. It could be, but either way, it does look as though, you know, a relationship that this person is in isn't particularly satisfying them at the moment, and they are ready to start something new and passionate, potentially with that third party. And they are not bothered if it causes conflict and unfairness. As weird as it sounds, if you've got this as your overall energy, this could potentially be that they may put you in a third party situation. They could be a bit of a player. They might be, if it's something new, you just be careful that, you know, they might think that they've got a lot of options. They might not be somebody that's bothered about fairness as such. They might be somebody who likes to have a lot of options. But either way, it does suggest that both of you are feeling like you've been left out and you're ready to move forward from it. Where they're ready to start something new and passionate, but with who is the question. I mean, the 3 of Cups could just be celebration. It could be that they want to move forward from conflict, you know, into a new start with yourself. They want to celebrate a new start with you, get out of conflict and stop feeling lonely. That is also one way of reading it as well. It doesn't have to be a third party. But there's nothing else really in here that would suggest... I mean, I suppose the juggling could be conflict that they're juggling. They might have a bit of a conflict. It looks probably more of a person though, potentially. But just saying that, third party doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a lover. It could be a family member. It could be a friend that is like twittering in their ears, kind of putting them off balance, telling them different things, you know, and this could be where the conflict comes from as well. So they might be wanting to start something new with you. They might not want to be feeling lonely. They might want to restart things, especially if you're if you're in a period of separation, for instance. You know, they might want to have a passionate new start because they're sick of feeling on their own. But this third party potentially could be causing some arguments with them. It could be maybe they've got a family member that doesn't particularly like you, or something's happened and you've fallen out with a family member with them. And the family member could be causing arguments trying to tell you them, why you're doing that, they're no good for you. It could be that they might have friends doing the same sort of thing, trying to convince them that they're better off without. Could be any number of things, okay? It doesn't have to be another party, another intimate party. Now, the Ace of Swords, like I say, they are looking, or you are seeing this as, or, the current feelings in this is that it is new and that it can be healed, and that it can be, you need the communication to heal. We've got the Four of Swords, which again is suggesting healing. Now, the Four of Swords in the upright, it is also suggesting that somebody, you're currently waiting. You are both in a period of solitude. So again, this would suggest maybe it is a separation then. That you're going through a period of regeneration. Now, we do have the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Death card in the reverse as well. Okay, now the Nine of Cups, when it's in the upright, is a wish fulfillment card. When it's in the reverse, it is still wish fulfillment, but it's just a delay in them. So that, again, that would be, going along with that healing, taking time out. It's just that it's taking a bit longer. Same with this, the Death card in the reverse. It's suggesting that you have got, there's still going to be some difficulties to come, but you are overcoming old attachments potentially and breaking through difficulties. So whatever it is that's possibly happened over here that's caused things to be out of balance, you are slowly breaking through that. Your relationship is going to come back into balance. You are healing from it. You are going to have the happiness from it, or that's what it's currently, that's what you're currently feeling about this. That it is something that is that you can mend, that you can fix once you've overcome whatever it is, once you've learnt that Wheel of Fortune lesson, potentially. Once your person's balanced and that lesson's been learnt, it looks as though it is something that you feel can be fixed, and you'll be able to restart and have that new clarity and communication with. Spirit, can we get clarification on this Fool card? Just had a load of them fling off to the floor. Oh, that's far too many to pull out. There's about 10 of them. If it would have been 4, I'd have pulled them out, but no. A little bit too many there. I did see the 8 of Wands, but we'll see if it comes back out again. If it's meant to come out, it's meant to come out, and it'll come out. Spirit, can we get clarification on this Fool card, please? Okay, so we've got the 10 of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so the Fool card is, is jumping into something. Okay, it is taking a leap of faith. The 10 of Wands is suggesting that somebody is carrying a very heavy burden, but it is ready to be put down. You've got a King of Pentacles in the reverse and a 6 of Cups in the reverse. The King of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody that, how do I put it? They're not very abundant. Okay, they generally spend a lot of money. So possibly it could be that something's happened in the past where money may have been a factor, and part of this separation that may have occurred may have been down to that. It is suggesting somebody who doesn't know how to potentially save. Yeah, so that if that's you, maybe that's something you need to overcome, possibly. But either way, there's a bit of a burden with regards to spending. Now, we do have a 6 of Cups in the reverse as well, which does suggest that somebody is also looking at the past with rose-coloured glasses on. So somebody needs to do some serious reflection and take those rose-coloured glasses off. It could possibly be that somebody is, I mean, it could be that somebody's feeling old. Maybe that's why they're spending. It could be that somebody is refusing to share, but and basically spending on themselves a lot. That could be why things are feeling a bit out of balance, because it could be that one of you is having to shoulder all the financial burden as the other person spends a lot of money on themselves and isn't reciprocating. It could be a number of things. It does suggest that there are lessons that need to be learnt from this, and that whatever these burdens are, whatever is being looked at from the past with regards to spending and feeling like a burden, somebody may be looking at it as it's not as, when I say looking at it with rose-coloured glasses, somebody may be thinking that it's not an issue where it is. So if that's not addressed, it could cause issues. Again, with the Fool being a blockage or a challenge, it could be warning you to, as much as you might love this person, use your head a bit more as well. Yes, you might want a new start, and it is suggesting take that leap of faith, but is it suggesting it that you should use your heart over your head or your head over your heart? To me, with these cards coming out afterwards, it would suggest that you should use your head a bit more over your heart, because using things, looking at things with rose-coloured glasses potentially is suggesting that you could blink yourself off and might go back into an old cycle if it's something that you haven't learned. And you could just repeat exactly the same thing if you don't think it was as bad as it was, possibly. It could be that, as daft as it sounds, it could just be that you haven't shared your feelings with regards to this. And that might be your obstacle. You're shouldering the burden because you haven't shared your feelings with regards to this person spending. So it's made you feel alone. It could even be that you yourself might be a bit of a spendthrift, where you might not have seen it as too much of an issue in the past. You might have to relook at that and make and take a new approach to it. Take that leap to try something new and release this burden. Spirit, can you get clarification on this Knight of Pentacles, please? Okay, so we've got the Judgment in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So lots of cards in reverse. Okay. So that Judgment in reverse is suggesting that somebody has got a wake-up call, but they're not actually looking at it properly. So your Knight of Pentacles, like I say, is somebody that, they've got that plan. It's going to be moving very slowly. But that could be because this person is not acting on things. They're not really accepting the responsibility that they should, with regards to it, with regards to the situation. Now we've also got this Page of Wands, which is potentially somebody holding back information. Again, feeling boxed in, a bit stuck. And we've got this Ace of Cups, which is a missed opportunity in love. which suggests to me that that's a hard one. I mean, it might just feel like it's a missed opportunity because it's going slow, you know, but until somebody takes the responsibility for what they need to and deals with what they need to deal with. I mean, the Page of Wands can also be a bit of deception. I mean, this could be somebody being emotionally overwhelmed as well. It could also mean that it would just be like a brief relationship, potentially is very small reconciliation to start with. But I mean, you've got, in the long term, it suggests that it would be, you know, good, but in the short term, it just suggests that you might have a few things that you need to deal with. Even with you dealing with this blockage and challenge, it just suggests that in the short term, you're still going to have a few more issues to deal with, which is like what we're saying over here with the Death card. That the obstacles haven't yet been fully overcome. That's what that Death card is saying in the reverse. Now, did I give I don't think I did give out all of the zodiacs, did I? So the Chariot, then we've got Cancer. Swords, we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What else have we got in here? Scorpio. Again, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Yeah, lots of fire in here. But yeah, it looks as though somebody's got some proper healing to do, and some accepting as well, and coming to terms. So, Spirit, can you give us some advice on this, please? Because the last thing we want is you to come out feeling emotionally overwhelmed. Spirit, let's get some advice on how we can get the best outcome. Spirit, please give us some advice for the best outcome. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Okay. So, in the advice then, so we've got Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Chariot again in the reverse. So, Knight of Cups then, he's in the reverse. So, he's suggesting that potentially you may not be able to trust your own emotions. Okay. But you could possibly be somebody that struggles with taking relationships to the next phase of a relationship. So it does suggest that you might have some inner healing work to do with regards to that and understanding why. Now we've also got the Hierophant, who he's very much a religious kind of factor. So maybe you need to, not necessarily just religious, but it could be an instructor, a teacher, a tradition, it's education, faith. So it might be something where if you don't understand quite why you are not able to take relationships to the next phase, or why you get stuck in a certain position, a certain place, it might be that you need to go and seek some help and some guidance from somebody in a particular field, whether that is your priest, pastor, relationship guidance, counselors. It could even be somebody someone that you look up to, potentially, mentors, anything, literally anything like that. It looks as though you might need to go and seek some guidance from someone to potentially help you reflect and learn about yourself. Now, we do also have the Chariot in the reverse, again suggesting that you've got some potential mental instability there that you might need to work on. It does suggest that you need to kind of bring your willpower. You need to get some willpower, and you need to pull your energies in and really evaluate what it is that you want. Because until you actually know what you want, you're kind of stuck. You can't move forward because it's like you don't know what you want yourself. So literally you need to work out what it is that is your emotional blockages are. Why have you got those emotional blockages? Potentially get some help to do that. Even if once you've identified them, it's moving past those emotional blockages. If you can't move past them, then where do you go from there? So it might be that you need some help to move past those emotional blockages once you've identified them. But yeah, and like I say, you've got that Chariot suggesting that you do need to you need to kind of make a decision on what you want, because until you do, you're gonna stay stuck repeating the same things. Okay, you're not going to move any further forward until you've learned that lesson that you need to be learning. Okay, let's pull some romance angels as well. Spirit, can we get some romance angels for Sagittarius, please? This one jumping out. So this could be the one. You've already met your romantic partner you seek. So yeah, could be a past person, could be a present person, could be somebody you work with, could be a new relationship, but either way, you've met the person. Can we get some more romance angels, please, Spirit? If we don't have any jumpers, I'll have to split the deck. Okay. We've got give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, release your ex, the time has come to clear your energy. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So yeah, so I did suggest that potentially it could be separation. Now, releasing your ex, time has come to clear your energy, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. I mean, it could suggest that you need to completely release your ex, but it could just mean that you need to release your ex's energy in order to work on your own, recall your energy back. So if you've got any cord cutting ceremonies or anything that you may want to do, it might be worth looking that up first, and bring your energy back into yourself, clear your energy space out while you're in this period of separation so that you can, reflect properly on yourself. Give your partnership, your relationship a chance. Again, if you don't heal yourself, you can't heal your relationship. This could be the one. Like I say, you've already met them. And then flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. So let them know that you're potentially still interested. Keep it fun and light-hearted for now, as you kind of as you deal with yourself and heal yourself. Okay, right, I hope that has helped some Sagittariuses out there. Good luck, and thank you for joining me.